Prepare yourself, mortals, it is now time for a Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Alright guys, here's a roulette with symphonyx64, and he's coming back to YouTube, and he wanted me to be his coming back battle or whatever. So this is a roulette, and with Garchomps allowed, because that's what he wanted, and somehow he managed to get a complete sandstorm team. So yeah, I lead with an Absol, he leads with a Spiritomb. I didn't want to risk a Will-O-Wisp, so I just went to Vaporeon, and he actually switched 2 into Hippowdon, which was pretty awesome for me, what I say, because now I can just go for the Surf, and that'll do a bunch of damage to the Hippowdon, and it hits it down to red health, and unfortunately for me though, he sets up Stealth Rocks, which kind of blows because I don't have a Pokemon with Stealth Rocks in this team, and I would have really liked to set them up as well, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way because roulettes hate me. So I'm just going to go for the Surf again. Why the heck not? You know, if he switches I'll get damage on something, and he goes back into the Spiritomb, and Surf does like nothing, so this is probably like some kind of special defense wall Spiritomb or something. I really don't know, but either way, I know I'm not going to be doing damage to this thing with Surf. So I decide to switch, and I go out into Crobat, because I kind of think that you know, if I can't hit it with a Surf, I can probably hit it with a Brave Bird pretty nicely. But he goes for the Shadow Ball, and that's going to do respectable damage to Crobat, but not too bad. And I actually kind of like the amount of damage it does, because that means I think it can survive another, and I'm just going to taunt it so it can't like try to heal using like Rest or Pain Split or whatever these Spiritombs have these days. That is just really gay. But he does go for the Shadow Ball again, and that's not going to kill me because I was looking at the damage it did the first time. I didn't think it would kill me. So I go for the Roost now, pretty much to get health back. I know that Shadow Ball shouldn't be able to kill me as long as I keep roosting, provided he doesn't get a special defense drop or a crit, so I'm just kind of hoping he doesn't get one of those things. And he doesn't, which is pretty nice. And I'm just going to go for the Roost again here, because I just want more health, because I'm greedy like that. And yeah, I get all the way back to green, which is pretty nice. And he's going to Shadow Ball me, and after this Shadow Ball, I look at my health and say, you know what, I can survive another one and a Brave Bird recoil. So I'm just going to go for the Brave Bird here. I just really need to get damage on the Spiritomb, so it's just not a problem for me anymore. So I go for the Brave Bird. That's going to hit it quite nicely. Hits it all the way down to low yellow. And yeah, he's going to Shadow Ball me, and like I predicted, that's not going to kill me. So that's pretty awesome. And this turn I can go for Roost again and rinse and repeat. So yeah, I'm going to go for the Roost this turn, but he's pretty much done with this game and decides to switch out into his Gliscor, and I just Roost, so that's kind of free damage for me, or some free health for me, and that's pretty nice. Obviously though, I don't want to stay in against a Gliscor with a Crobat, because I'm pretty sure Gliscor has an Ice Fang or something. I just don't want to deal with it, and I won't be able to do much damage with Brave Bird, so I just U-turn into Vaporeon, and he actually predicts that quite nicely and goes for the Earthquake. Pretty well, I guess he could have predicted a Roost there too, but he either predicted a Roost or a Switch and Earthquaked, and that hurt me. So yeah, I'm just going to go for the Wish here, because I kind of doubt Gliscor will stay in. If he does, he shouldn't be able to kill me with anything. So I go for the Wish, which is pretty nice because he goes into Hippowdon, meaning that he's going to Death Fodder Hippowdon, and I get all of my health back, which is awesome. So I go for the Surf, because there's really no reason to protect here, because I'm faster and I can kill this thing with Surf. So I just kill this thing, and I get the Roost, or sorry, I get the Wish. So my Vaporeon's back to full health, and I took down the Hippowdon, and that's pretty nice. So he goes back into Spiritomb here after the annoying sandstorm damage at the end of every turn in this game. But he goes back into Spiritomb, and I'm pretty sure I can kill it with Surf. Looking at his health and how much I did the first time, and I do, which is really good for me. He thought he could survive one, but he didn't, so ha. Anyway, now he goes into a Garchomp, a stupid Uber that I stupidly allowed to be picked in Roulette. And I made a stupid play in Protected, because I thought this might be a Choice Scarf Garchomp, but I really should have never Protected. I should have either Surfed or just went straight into Crobat to scout out whatever he's going to do, because now I am going to go into Crobat, pretty much as Death Fodder. I need a Death Fodder something. And he goes for the Dragon Claw, and that's obviously going to take out Crobat after a Swords Dance, and I don't see the Life Orb, so I'm thinking, crap, this is probably Garchomp. So I go in a Weavile anyway, because it's really my best play. It's faster, and I can Ice Punch it. And that's what I do. I go for the Ice Punch, and it's super effective, and it doesn't see the Yache Berry, so I'm like, maybe it's leftovers? Maybe it's something? Of course not. It's Focus Sash. So Focus Sash is pretty much just as bad as Yache Berry in this situation, because my Weavile still goes down to the Garchomp's Dragon Claw. Luckily for me, though, I do have priority on this team. I have this Lucario, so I'm just going to go for the Extreme Speed to try and kill it, but he predicts the Extreme Speed nicely and goes out into, what is this, Gliscor, and that's somewhat of a physical wall, so Extreme Speed really isn't going to do a whole lot. So, yeah, now I'm going to have to switch. I don't really want to stay in and get Earthquaked, so I go into Meesprit, and Meesprit's pretty cute and stuff, and I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. What I've seen of his team, Ice Beam should hit anything he has really hard. Of course, I don't know his entire team yet, but I still decided to go for it. He goes out to Tyranitar, so that kind of sucks. After the Sandstorm special defense boost for rock types, Ice Beam isn't going to do a whole lot. And I kind of think he'll predict a switch or Dragon Dance or something. So I decided to go for the T-Wave. I just don't think he'll go for the Crunch for some reason, so I go for the T-Wave, and that's pretty nice because he Earthquakes. And that's pretty awesome. I got a free Paralyze on the Tyranitar. So now I'm thinking, he's probably going to go for the Crunch, thinking I'll stay in again. Maybe. That's what I was hoping, but of course it doesn't happen that way. I go into Lucario, hoping that he'd either get the Parahax or that he'd go for the Crunch, but he goes for the Earthquake. Great play. It takes out Lucario, and that was a stupid move for me, but oh well. So I lose Lucario, and his Tyranitar's looking pretty nice. So I'm just going to go out into Vaporeon, because I'm pretty sure Vaporeon can wall this thing with, like, Wish, Support, and Protect and stuff. So I go for the Surf, and that's going to, get a crit, which is pretty awesome for me. I'm like, ha! Eat it. But then he gets hacked right back, goes for the Crunch, and he gets a defense drop, which really sucks. And I really didn't think it was that bad before. I mean, I really thought that crit mattered more, but after the Tyranitar goes down, you'll see. But I go for the Surf. That's going to take out the Tyranitar, and that's pretty awesome. So now he goes out into Aerodactyl, which I really didn't want to see. But he goes out into it anyway. I'm just going to try to go for the Wish so I can wish... No, never mind. He goes into Garchomp right now. And he tries to Swords Dance, but I predicted the Swords Dance this time and go for the Surf, which takes it out. So that was a pretty awesome prediction on my part. But anyway, now he goes out into Aerodactyl. And, I thought I could, Wish Stall this thing out. So I go for the Wish. And normally I would be able. I mean, Rock Slide still doesn't do anything even after the defense drop. I mean, that's pretty nice damage. That's Wish, Protect radius right there. But then he gets the flinch with the Rock Slide, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So there's nothing really I can do now, except let Vaporeon die, because there's really no point to, switch it out, because both Gliscor and Aerodactyl are faster and can 1-hit KO now. So anyway, I go back into Meesprit, and I just kind of have to hope that maybe he'd miss with a Rock Slide, or not get a flinch. So I go for the Ice Beam, because it's super effective and stuff, and it might be a 2-hit KO by the looks of it, but probably not, knowing my random number generator luck. So I'm just going to go for it again. Why not? At least I'll be able to take down the Aerodactyl with my Meesprit, except no, he gets a crit with a Rock Slide. And that is really lame. I mean, I do survive with 1 hit point, but seriously, I shouldn't have had to survive at all, because that stupid crit. Okay, I'm just getting angry. So, I get taken down to the Sandstorm. I go into Absol, my last Pokemon, and I don't really think I can beat a Gliscor with Absol. And my only chance to do so is with a Swords Dance, so I have to Swords Dance this turn. And I do Swords Dance, but unfortunately, with the Sandstorm and Life Orb recoil stuff, I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot. He taunts this turn, predicting a Sucker Punch, which is just really annoying. And now I actually do get a Sucker Punch off and take down the Aerodactyl, but the Life Orb and the Sandstorm are going to finish me. So, great game, Symphony. Fun roulette there. I don't know how you got a Sandstorm in a friggin' roulette, but Sandstorm team that is. But rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Peace. Alright, great game, Symphony. Make sure you check out his channel, link in the description, that way. And he really is a awesome YouTube battler. I mean, if you haven't heard of him before, I mean, he's really cool, awesome guy, and he'll post great battles. Anyway, so today's question of the day is, what is your favorite item in Pokemon? You can choose a hold item or a in-game item. My favorite item is probably in Fire Red, Leaf Green, the Poke Flute, because once you get it, it can be used pretty much as free awakenings. It's a really awesome item. I can't believe, like, they actually did it. Because, yeah, it's just like a fun item that you just like, okay, you put my Pokemon to sleep, Poke Flute for free. But, yeah, leave a comment about your favorite item. It can, like I said, it can be a hold item or an item that you use in-game, like a Hyper Potion or something. But, leave a comment about that, and rate, comment, subscribe. Alright, peace.